What's going on? It's coming up to September, but I'm a little early this year. I wonder why. Because the Hebrew year is a little different. I moved back my timing by almost 22 days this year because I'm going to shul about the 26th of the month for the Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. Last year, if I remember, it was on September 4th. That's 22 days early. Therefore, instead of me going bipolar, schizophrenia, or whatever in September, I'm now doing it 22 days earlier than September 4th as last year. I made like 7 videos a day for the last, I don't know how many days. I better control myself. Oh my God. I better put on my lucky hood. Oh, that's the other lucky hood. I need 2 lucky hoods. I need the creator lucky hood, and then I need the lucky hood of the hood who gave me the first hood in the first place. Oh my God, it was this big. I swear there were a million of them. Nothing exists until you have all of them, not some of them. They exist as individuals. Who are you? Oh, I'm part of a frequency. Who are you? Well, I'm lead, but I do nothing unless it gets cool or warm. I'm lead. I'm mercury. Who are you? But then I take a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Because if they didn't take a little bit of anything, well, where'd my water be? My water, my blood, the sausage. They stuffed me in a sausage with a little water, and they made blood and then iron, and they learned me how to read McCafe. I don't drink half as much coffee as I should. So anyways, we're 22 days early. When they speak in the baseball situation, they go who is on first, what's on second, or what's on first, who's on second. Irregardless, there's more than one word here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 letters. Just in these 3. Who becomes how? Heaven of woe. Why do we need all the initials? We already know what the H is. It's H and I. You can't do anything with it. It's 8 and 9 is 17, connecting the 7th gate to the one spirit. You start at 7, but from the right-hand side of the piano, you start at what? 3. The 3rd key becomes not your C. It ends on C, and the 3rd key would be your 49th key. Your 50th key. Your 49th key, the 50th key, okay, is your A. The 49th key is your G. And you start on your G at the other end of the piano. So at the first part of the piano, where it's number 24, the first part of the piano, you don't start until you get to G. And that was the first G, because that's the first. When you have you understand, we need protecting walls, and then you have rooms between the protecting walls of the brick, and then you have the insulation. Well, I sort of do it that way. How do I know? I don't know. It's a story. I'm making it all up. You watch TV all the time. How much of it is actually real in the truth? You've seen it in the world, and you've made it the truth because you've lived it. Now, if you would imagine or live or see or come for the ride within the realm of the specter of the program that I put on, then that's what it would become in you. No one's going to laugh at you because it's different and it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. It's pretty crazy. Before I went to get the red paint, and I'm looking all around, and I'm looking all around, and I'm looking all around, and this was on top of it. And anyways, I looked underneath. Eventually, I found it. Who is how and is also the heaven of woe. Ho, for Christmas, ho, ho, ho. The W would be creation. Why is the W creation? Because it's a meow of the cat. It makes it 4 letters of W. It makes the letter of E and 3 for creation. It makes the M at the same time. You have ME, which is me, bringing in the sun. How comes the Indian who wears the feathers from the sun, which soaks up the energies and brings it back into the air so we can breathe one more time? How? What is the hat or the thaw? Under the hat, something thaws. We need to keep something warm. Apparently, this world may be too cold for us. The he, okay, we're not going to get into it because this is an H. So all you have to do is put the word H, and at the end of H, you have an E at the end, the electronic world. Where is your heaven? The electronic world. Where is your heaven? IE, for the ibotics. Archie is that angel resident, arbotics, when the I comes in, and that's why the French reverse the E and the I, and the E and the I, if you want to hear it, it's 5959 for 59 minutes, 59 seconds, or the vowels together that go with it, E-I-E-I-O, Einstein's farm. When we go to how or who, we end up with 8, 5, 6. But when you build a square, you want to find the center to the square. The center of the square is right over here, showing no shadows, okay, because we'll look from the top. When you finish the end of the square, it finishes up here. It finishes at 3.5. But you'll mark 3.4, okay, or number 34 DC, because you can't go on the line. Everybody loses 1 and 1 to the line. 2 to the line, 2 to the line, 2 to the line. Feed the cats to the lions. Feed the lions to the lions. This one down here is 9.5. Between 3.5, okay, 4.55. Between 5 and 8 is 3. How do we know that? Well, 5 to halfway over here is 3.5. The 1.5 more is 2. 2, 5, and 8. Okay, that is that we live this way. We cannot live directly straight. We can live directly straight down, but we can't live directly straight. One of the reasons you can't live directly straight is because this line will run into this line, and if there were pipes and there was the only area of space you can use, then this would go down and go this way, this will go down and go this way, and this will go around. And that's why I have the alpha omega, because as the two of them meet, it has to hop over to the other side. So we have 9.5. 9 and 5 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. You put 3 over here. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is here. 1 lives inside the 0. If you ever look at the deck of cards, right? Cut out the center. Make the whole center. Just put a 0 there, just like that. As big as you can go until you capture the 4 on the 9. Do you follow me with the 9 card? You know, it's not that hard what I do, but you know, I make all this shit up, so I can't really prepare for anything because you put the circle right over here. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Yeah, so I make this stuff up as I go, and I'm only going, it's not that I make it up, but I'm still following the logical sense of it all. Okay, now it leads off to different corridors and doors. It leads off, and you always want to do that, right? It's the same distance, but you know you've went one time around, and it can be act as a reader. Okay, so we're going to take this and put that over here, but that's not good enough for me. I'm going to cut it inside the name. Okay, you know, inside the name is who it is because it's not the American, what's it called? It's your name. So we'll put this inside the name. Okay, this is good. I just have to make a little cut. Well, that went on the floor. I gotta go clean that up, right? And now you got that. You see the first club? Okay, you see the first club? See the first club? And you turn it over, you see the second club? Oh, and you see that second club. That's touching the 3 other clubs. The opening of this one, showing this one, connected by this one. You're always going to have something to the opposite, or you're just going around. There is no out. You need an out to have an in. And the in is the same thing as going around. And once you have to go around, you go out, and you come back in. Pretty simple. It goes in, to the middle, to the side, to the end, and out through Mars and into Jupiter and back out again through here. Neptune is what's doing the passage, right? Nep's doing that passage, right? Because I shouldn't ruin these cards. Should I not ruin these cards? Should I not ruin these cards? Let me tell you one thing. I bought these cards not to ruin them, but to better them. I want to better these cards to the best I can. But for me, I've bettered with every shot. When I share it, you get to decide whether or not I've shared anything at all. Here's the card. So I take this card and I put it that card. And there you go. The 8 card. But if you take a little look, okay, there's your 8 card. 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 and 4. They play to the hidden side. You see the hidden side, these 4? They now just overlap them and enjoy them. And now, take a look. 1, 2. We don't want to see that. We're going to take this card and do this. Look at that. It's still down. So we'll take the 2 cards and we'll turn it this way. 2 up, 3 across, 1 down, 4 corners. The delta corners. This side and that 2 on this side, 2 on that side. No. It's loop, 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 loop. Looped world and looped world. Okay, this 4 here, okay, actually creates the 0. This is 0, 4, 5, because 0 is created by 4 corners. Here, 0. 4 equals 0. What am I supposed to say? But you couldn't do anything with 0, so you made it 1. Because 0's around the whole packet. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Has anybody heard of 5 before? Has anybody heard of 5 before? Does anybody really understand why we have 5? Does anybody really understand why we have 6?